Presentation on Customer Experience by Rubia, MCom Previous, MPM Government First Grade College, Karkala, Mangalore University. Let's see the term consumer experience. It is the feelings and thoughts that a customer associates with a particular brand. It is the way a customer feels about themselves when they interact with the brand. It is the sum of all the delights and disappointments and emotions that customers have towards a brand. It is also an integral part of customer relationship management. Consumer experience is defined as the product of an interaction between an organization and a customer throughout their business relationship. An interaction can include customers' awareness, cultivation, advocacy, purchase, sales and his services. Customer loyalty begins and ends with you. A customer who has a positive experience with a business is more likely to become a repeat and loyal customer. If you want your customer to stay loyal, you have to invest in their experience. Happy customer remains loyal. It makes sense, right? The happier the customer are with the brand, the longer they stay with them. And so if you treat your customers poorly and ignore their customer service emails, then they are more likely to leave that brand. They go for another brand. It is noted that at least 1 in 3 customers will leave a brand they love after just one bad experience. Customers are willing to pay a price premium of up to 13% for luxury services simply by receiving a great customer experience. 49% of buyers have made impulse purchases after receiving a more personalized customer experience. Customers that rate companies with a high customer experience score, that is 10 on 10, spend 140% more and remain loyal for up to 6 years. So, it's extremely important that for us to focus on the experience we deliver to our customers. Now let us know about the characteristics of a great customer experience strategy. First one is the customer feels supported. If someone goes to a particular place and doesn't feel guided or receive help to purchase anything, then he won't feel that he is having a great experience. So your customers are like the bread and butter of your business. Make sure you nurture every customer who walks through your doorstep so they feel like a valued customer. This is a surefire way to keep these customers coming back again and again. When your customers feel valued, they stay loyal to your business. Loyal customers also help you to get new customers by sharing your business to their friends and co-workers. They do free word of mouth marketing for you, and as a result, your business grows more. Therefore, you need to value your customers and make them feel special. Unsatisfied customers got even by spreading the word about the bad services they received, while nearly 35% of customers stopped doing business with the company. Second characteristic is the customer doesn't feel pressured. Companies always want to get increase in sales, but it doesn't feel right to push or force the customer to purchase a particular product or signing any deal with the company. There is one term known as hard selling, in which the salesperson exerts persistent pressure upon the customer using inducements and psychological pressure to gain fast sales. It affects the customers as they gain bad impression about the seller. Next characteristic is the customer feels secure and confident in his or her decisions throughout the process. People want to feel that they made the right decision. A great customer experience will allow for that. with checkpoints along the way so people that feel that they are doing the right things even for a small purchase. Next characteristic is the customer feels that he is experiencing progress, whatever that may mean. Progress can mean different things to different people. For example, during the online sales process, that could be going from a shopping cart to purchasing a product. There is a way to show progress on the screen or in the experience that the flags to the individual that he is making progress to a final decision. The next characteristic is the customer feels informed, knowing all of the options available and understand that there are choices. Customers don't want to feel that they don't have a choice. They need to see a number of options, not too many options to be overwhelming, of course, but it is comforting to know that there are different ways to solve a problem and you are going with the best solution for you. Next one is the customer has a pleasant experience with it. Looks matter. If a site or a store isn't attractive, it won't get much traffic. Take shopping malls for example, like Big Bazaar and all. They manage to make shopping a gainful and pleasant experience. The people are ready to pay any price for the product in luxurious mall compared to the small shopping street. The next characteristic is the customer feels it easy to conduct business with the company. If you go to a store and it's hard to find anything, it's hard to check out, it's hard to return an item, would you go there again? Obviously no. People want to interact with things that are easy to get along with. The next one is the customer feels he can trust the store or site. This is the last, but it's the most important one, the least, and all of the other feelings lead to this big one. If a prospect or customer doesn't feel that he can trust the store, he won't buy from it, or he will buy the reservations and all of the other aspects build trust with customer. Make sure your customer feels safe when they shop with you, and the more you talk to your customer, the better they feel. These are all about the characteristics of customer experience. Now we are going to learn about the steps to build a great customer experience strategy which helps to improve customer satisfaction, reduce churn and increase revenues. The first step is create a clear customer vision. The first step in your customer experience strategy is to have a clear customer focused vision that you can communicate with your organization. The easiest way to define this vision is to create a set of statements that act as a guiding principles. Once these principles are in place, they will drive the behavior of your organization. Every member of your team should know these principles by heart, and they should be embedded into all areas of training and development. The next step is understand who your customers are. The next step in building upon these customer experience principles is to bring to life the different types of customers who deal with your customer support teams. If your organization is going to really understand customer needs and wants, then they need to be able to connect and empathize with the situations that your customers face. One way to do this is to segment your customers and create personas. Try to give each persona a name and personality. By this, your customer support team can recognize who they are and understand them better. It's also an important step in becoming truly customer-centric. The next step is create an emotional connection with your customer. You have heard the phrase, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Well, The best customer experiences are achieved when a member of your team creates an emotional connection with the customer. Research by the Journal of Consumer Research has found that more than 50% of an experience is based on an emotion, as emotions shape the attitudes that drive decisions. Customers become loyal because they are emotionally attached and they remember how they feel when they use a product or services. A business that optimizes for an emotional connection outperforms competitors by 85% sales growth. And according to a recent Harvard Business Review study titled "The New Science of Customer Emotions," emotionally engaged customers are at least 3 times more likely to recommend your product or service, 3 times more likely to repurchase, less likely to shop around, much less price sensitive. The next step is to capture customer feedback in real time. How can we recognize that you are delivering a best customer experience? We need to ask, and ideally we do this by capturing feedback in real time. Use live chat tools to have real-time conversations, and when done, send a follow-up email to every customer using post-interaction surveys and similar customer experience tools. Of course, it's possible to make outbound calls to customers in order to gain more insightful feedback. It's also important to tie customer feedback to a specific customer support agent, which shows every team member the difference they are making to the business. The next step is to use a quality framework for development of your team. By following the steps above, you know now what customers think about the quality of your service. Compared to the customer experience principles you have defined, the next step is to identify the training needs for each individual member of your customer support team. It includes coaching, e-learning, and group training, which helps the development of team members. The next step is to act upon regular employee feedback. Continuous employee feedback can play a role using tools that allow staff to share ideas on how to improve the customer experience, and for managers to see how staff is feeling towards the business. For example, using project management software or social media tools, you can create a closed environment where your organization can leave continuous feedback. Next or last step is measure the return on investment from delivering great customer experience. And finally, how do we know if all this investment in your team's process and technology are working and paying off? The answer is in the business results. Measuring customer experience is one of the biggest challenges faced by organizations, which is why many companies use the NPS, that is Net Promoter Score, which collects valuable information by asking a single straightforward question: would you recommend this company to a friend or relative? So, what is NPS now? NPS, it is created by Rob Markey and Fred Richard at Bain & Company, and it is an index ranging from -100 to +100 that measures the willingness of customers to recommend a company's products or services to others. It is used as a proxy for gauging the customer overall satisfaction with the company's product or services and the customer's loyalty to the brand. It is simple to implement and highly suitable benchmark for a customer experience metric because a lot of companies use it as the standard customer experience measurement. Thus, we can conclude that customer expectations are higher than ever, and word of mouth travels fast. And as the customer becomes even more empowered, it increases the importance of the customer experience. It is an area that needs constant nurturing and care, and with greater focus on customer experience strategy, companies will realize a positive impact on customer loyalty, higher retention, and increased revenue growth. Happy customer, happy business. Thank you.